was lying on my side on a hospital bed whilst the trainee doctor fumbled with a needle as he was trying to take a sample of spinal fluid. "No, you idiot, you've hit the vertebrae," his senior shouted. I had meningitis, and I thought to myself, shit, I could die. And I never would have written that book. Now, how many people here like writing and actually think they might have a book in them? And how many people here have ever found out? Because I think, like most of us, I like doing things well. I like getting good results. I like getting acknowledged for it. I like getting rewarded for it. And whilst I thought I might be able to write a book, if I actually tried, we'd find out. But if I didn't, I was always a potential great writer. But I'd had my wake-up call. So I signed up to a 9-month writing course. And I walked into the classroom, and there on the blackboard was this message: everything you want in life is on the other side of fear and discipline. And it's actually part of a longer quote by an American motivator fellow called Jack Canfield, who went on to say, if you're not feeling fear in life, you're probably not challenging yourself. And it's natural because it's not just the fear of failure that unnerves us, it's the fear of the unknown, the fear of uncertainty. So we all like to live in our comfort zone. And in our comfort zone, we know the rules and we get shit done. But we don't learn anything there. To learn, we have to go into our stretch zone where we don't know the rules. And the nice thing is, the more you go into the stretch zone, the bigger your comfort zone gets. It's not actually a new thought. Back in 1817, John Keats wrote that the quality he thought that marked men of achievement was something called negative capability. The ability to embrace uncertainty, to live with mystery, and make peace with ambiguity. But me, I had a really clear idea of the kind of writer I was going to be, like an Essex Irving Welsh. I wanted to write a complex ensemble tale of unlikable people doing unlikable things. And luckily, I had a really good writing coach who encouraged me to just concentrate on the main character's story arc, to think about the questions I wanted to ask him and the journey I wanted him to go on, and then let the writing process be an act of discovery to find that story. So, 9 months later, I got to write those magic words, the end. Feeling pretty confident I had 80 to 90% of the finished novel down pat. 5 years and 4 more drafts later, though, my bleak urban tale had evolved into a romantic comedy. So what I hadn't understood right at the beginning was I needed to embrace this ambiguity about how this thing was going to happen and just focus on that question of what it was I wanted to ask myself, and then use this process to find the answer. E.L. Doctorow summed it up beautifully. He said, creative writing is like driving at night in the fog. You can only see as far as your headlamps, but you can make the whole trip that way. Smart man, E.L. Doctorow. What this unsmart man hadn't realized when he walked into that classroom was the importance of the discipline in the fear and discipline equation. It's the discipline of a structured process of discovery that is essential to any kind of creative discovery. And it's this that allows us to hold multiple competing thoughts in our head at the same time so that we can develop them, explore, and then eliminate them without fear or prejudice as to which is the right one. And it was learning this combination of process and freedom that helped me get better at my job, leading innovation, by championing ambiguity. Because the problem is, we're often too close to the challenges that we're working on. And we don't realize how much we preload into the question too much of our assumed answer. And when we do that, we can miss the most inspiring or obvious answers. Because new ideas need to meet a human need, and the human need is our question. And we need to get really good on the question, it's been said again tonight, so that we can then use that discovery process to find some human insights, those answers, agnostic as to which one's going to be right. If we do that, I think we can all be men and women of achievement. We can embrace uncertainty and mystery, and we can make our peace with ambiguity. Now, let me leave you with this thought. According to the knowledge doubling theory, apparently the sum total of human knowledge is doubling every 12 to 13 months. And with the full evolution of the Internet of Things, it'll actually start doubling every 12 hours. Now, in this immense sea of knowledge, how can we possibly move forward effectively if we try to tack every decision down to a certainty. I put it to you that ambiguity is not the opposite of decisiveness. It's actually an engine of action. So guys, why decide? Do.